a desire, burning like a fire. What you gonna do when it crumbles down? Watch it get higher.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Adedoyin. I'm a wife, a mom, living in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. If it's your first time here, thank you for tuning in. And if you're a returning subscriber, I love you guys. Thank you for always showing up for me. Thank you for always clicking on the video. So in today's video, we'll be talking about things I wish I knew before moving to Canada. I think I've done this video before, but I feel like I have new subscribers now. And at the same time, I have more experience now because I think I've spent almost 3 years now in Canada. And I guess let's update this. Let's do another video in case if you missed the last one. You should not miss this one. So let's get into the Number one thing I'll be talking about is finding a job is not instant. I know that a lot of us have in the back of our mind that once I get here, I'll get a job, I'll start sending money up. I know those kind of things. But to be sincere, finding a job here is not instant. Even with your experiences, your degree, your willingness to work is still not easy. The system is very slow. It is slow. It is not as sharp as we think it is. Another thing I noticed is that most jobs want Canadian experience. If you don't have some Canadian experience, it might be difficult for you to get a job. Even at entry level, you might have issue getting job. It's not always easy. So just have in the back of your mind that it's not always easy. I'm not here to discourage you, but just let to prepare your mind that you might not get that job that you think you desire immediately. And for some people that need to do professional courses in order to do their job, like nursing, doctor, lawyer, you have to have in the back of your mind that you might not be able to practice immediately you get into Canada until you get those exams done or those professional course done before you can get that your job that you desire. So just put that back of your mind that it's not easy to get a job and you need to do your own findings. The last thing I'll be talking about is daycare. I think I've said that in my last video, but I'm still going to repeat it here, especially for people that are parents. I'm also seeing in this daycare wala. You're fine, my daughter is already in school, but she's still in the after school daycare. And it's so finding it difficult to get a daycare for her. My son is still in the former daycare that they were in when they first got to Canada. That's where my son is. But because my daughter has to change our school to main school and we need an after school daycare, we've not gotten after school daycare. So getting daycare can be kind of draining in Canada, in Winnipeg, and it's more or less kind of expensive. That is if you're going for a private daycare, it's kind of expensive. But if you're going to government daycare, I think it's just $20 per day or $10 per day, I'm not sure. And if you are lucky enough, you can get subsidy. In my own case, there's no subsidy for my son. I think we are paying $20 every day for daycare. Whether you come or not, you're going to pay everything in total five days in a week times 4 weeks in a month. That's what you're going to pay at the end of the month. That thing is, and you have to stay on the wait list for as much as you can. And the funny thing is, what I noticed is that I remember when my daughter got to the kindergarten, we registered in our school kindergarten, and they said there's 93 students in front of my daughter already, like 93. For her to get it after school daycare. And if you find out who are those kids that are on the list, the funny thing is you notice that these are the children that they are not even planning to come to school. They're not even planning to come to kindergarten in the next 2 or 3 years. And some of the people on the normal daycare, once they are pregnant like this, they start registering their children in the government daycare. So my advice for you is, if you know you're coming to Canada as soon as possible and you're sure you're coming very soon, maybe you can get an address of one of your friends that you know that you're going to be staying close to them. Or if you're going to get your house before moving from wherever you are to Canada, get the address of the area and start registering your children to daycare, because it's not easy getting daycare. We spent 9 months here before my children could get a daycare. One of the things I will tell you to do is try to make inquiry about daycare in your own environment where you want your kids to go. And sometimes, since it's daycare, it's not school, you can still take them to daycare that are kind of far from your house. If you can do the whole running around and everything, you can still take them to daycare that are far away from your house if you don't mind the distance and everything. And if it's a private daycare, even some private daycare still get filled up. But at the same time, because there's always a limit to how many students they can get in a class, so you need to make an inquiry and start filling up that waiting list form before it's too late. Another thing I'll be talking about is loneliness. Canada can be lonely if you want it to be lonely for you. I remember my first video, I talked about Canada being lonely. I don't know my neighbor. I don't talk to people. I don't talk to someone. And I remember someone put it in my comment section and said, Canada is not lonely. It's because you don't find the community. And that is true. It's very important. If you don't want to be lonely, you need to start building the community. You need to start leveling up on people that you know, even though you don't know any people in your race, people that you know that okay, we have the same color of skin. I'm not trying to discriminate. I guess with those kind of people, it's easy for you to stand on your feet. People that you know you have the same culture, the same value, the same energy. And I also advise that if you know you don't want Canada to be lonely for you, learn to go to church where you know, like Nigerian churches, your yeah, learn to try to go to Nigerian churches that you can build community. I know that a lot of things happen. I know that a lot of people talking about, I don't want to go to Nigerian church, I don't want to do this, I don't want to involve myself in Nigerian. But even though there's disadvantages, there's also an advantage of you being close to your community people. You know, I see a lot of things on TikTok. I can't do anything with Nigerians. I can't relate to the Nigerians. I can't be friends in Nigeria when I move to abroad. Yes, because I know that a lot of people has experience one thing or the other. But the fact that you experience one thing or the other does not mean that everybody is bad. Like I used to say, I'm in Nigeria and I'm a good person. So I don't know for you, are you a good person? Let me know in the comment section. So you can't judge everybody with one I don't know. Me standing here today, I remember coming to this page to complain about loneliness, but now I can never say Canada is lonely because I've built that community, I have made friends, I've seen how it's supposed to be, and I'm working through the system. So my advice for you is Canada can be lonely, fine, but put it in your mind that you are coming here to start afresh and also build community. Forget whatever somebody has done to you back home or how bad people at home are. People here, people that are here, some of us are good people. Just try to open up and you see that yes, they are good people. Another thing that you should be aware of in Canada is that everything is a process. They don't rush here. You have to get a document, you have to do this, you have to do that. Even when you want to go to a particular place, you have to book an appointment. You can't just rush. I forgot to buy this, or I forgot to I want to make my, let me just rush or enter into one salon or something. No, everything has process here. So what I would tell you is that you need to adjust your mindset on how to wait. I remember recently I went for a wedding and a woman came from Nigeria or for the party, and she said they said that here in Canada you people line up to eat. Like if you go to party, you will line up to get food. And I said yes. She was like, my husband cannot do that too. How can my husband line up with agbada, like with a full outfit and be getting food? I understand that feelings because if you are coming from Nigeria where we also for everything, we are always there, we are always just different things. It might be so difficult for us to adapt to that, but right now start preparing your mind that everything is a process. You don't rush things, or maybe a police see you on the way, you want to give them all those $20. It doesn't happen here. It doesn't happen here. Everything is a process, and everything, I notice that everything is always documented. If you want to do anything, you write document, you do this, you do that. So learn to understand that everything here is a process. Another thing is your confidence can shake. Yeah, you that have been dependent to depending on people, or to depend on what to ask people questions. You are not depending on I need to ask this person before I can do this. I need to be sure of this before I can do this. Unlike where you are coming from, that you don't need to depend on anybody before you do anything, and that kind of thing can affect your confidence in one way or the other. But just prepare your mind because it's just a matter of time. Even when you get some job that I just have to do this just to help myself, that job does not define you. Just for you to, and there's always dignity in labor here. So just for you to find your feet. Another thing I would say, and I used to say, is learn to ask for help. You can't do it all. Nobody is a superman. Nobody is a superhero. Nobody knows it all. The only thing that can make you or that can help you go far in this country that we have is for us to be able to ask questions. Ask for help. Ask questions when necessary. If you feel like you don't understand this, ask people that you know that they've been here before you. Ask them, how do you do it here? What is the thing I'm supposed to do here? Or where am I supposed to buy this stuff? Or where am I supposed to go to do this stuff? And thank God now, because a lot of us do YouTube and we do content about Canada living, and that alone can help you. When you watch videos like this, it can help you to know what to do you know. And if we don't have people, like some of us might not have people around us. So these videos that people are doing out there, it's not for them to come and chase clout. They just want to help you people. That's why they are putting out videos out there. So watch videos, put some questions in the comment section if you need to ask questions. And also Canada has like they have new common programs that they do to help people in case maybe you just move in here and you don't know what to do. Just join those community, those programs. It will help you, especially when you're looking for a job, when you're trying to get things like all those thrift stores. You know, ask people. It helps where you can get without clothes, without paying, or at a cheaper price. Just ask questions, please. It is necessary. And last point I'll be making is give yourself grace. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Don't be too down. You know, you are coming to a new community where you don't know anybody. That means you are starting all over. There's new system, there's new home, new peace, new weather, everything is new. So just take it one step at a time. Don't rush yourself, don't give yourself unnecessary headache. Give yourself that grace that okay, I just came, let me just take it one step at a time. Don't overstress yourself, don't overthink it, don't overweigh it. It will always come around. You will always get to that point that you want to get to in life. So that's the end of my video. But before I go, I would like to say that the journey is not easy, but it is worth it. And also, you don't have to do it alone. Like I said, you don't have to do it alone. Are you a new immigrant or you're planning to come to Canada? What is your biggest fear? Put it in the comment section.
Hey, desire, burning like a fire. What you gonna